Evening. My name is J.P. Harlica. I'm a lieutenant with the Houston Police Department. This evening around 6:37, Southwest Patrol was dispatched to 2605 Reed Road regarding a home invasion. About the time they arrived, they observed the suspects fire shots at the complainant. The suspects then took off running into the woods. They immediately set up a perimeter. Canine showed up fairly quickly. And at that point, they entered the woods where the suspects had bedded down pretty close to the wood line. One of the suspects was immediately caught by the canine officer in the canine unit. He was then transported to a local area hospital where he's being treated, and then he'll be taken to jail and charged. The second suspect, who was armed when the first suspect was caught, the second suspect took off running, and he played a cat and mouse game with the patrol officers and the canine officers. And once the perimeter was set by them, at that point the suspect climbed into a tree
back the canine
and was still armed.
Oh,
it
man,
became a barricaded suspect.
Job,
the SWAT was called in. They came in with the hostage negotiators, who gave him verbal commands for several hours. And again, this started at approximately 6:37 p.m. today, and it just ended about 12:30 tonight when the suspect finally gave up and was taken into custody by the SWAT officers. And he is being looked at right now by the Houston Fire Department, and then he'll be transported to jail and charged. Any questions?
Any shots fired during the standoff in the woodline?
No. So the bangs y'all heard were tools that our SWAT team uses, and there were flash bangs, not actual shots being fired.
How tall do you think that tree that he climbed was, sir?
That I don't know. I'm just going off the description given by our helicopters that were viewing it. I never saw the tree. It was deep into the woods.
So you had multiple air assets deployed simultaneously. You want to talk about that?
Okay, so I know the first helicopter on scene was one of the HPD Fox units. Did an outstanding job using their technology. He was able to see the whole time where the suspect was, and the suspect continued to carry the gun in his hand until he got close to running out of fuel. Then he brought in another airship along with the Department of Public Safety's helicopter came in and assisted, and they just kept on doing their runs until one would run out of gas, and they'd go back to refuel, and another one would come out, and they maintained eyes on the suspect the entire time we were out here.
Was anybody injured in the original home invasion?
No. No, nobody was injured. Shots were fired at the complainant from the second suspect that we just caught, and but he didn't hit anybody, thank goodness.
And aside from the suspect who's being examined by HFD, there's no injuries to any SWAT officers or anybody else?
No, no police officers were injured during this.
Do you know the location of the home invasion?
The home invasion was at 2605 Reed Road.
Thank you, sir.